Hello? There we go. I was accidentally streaming instead of recording a moment ago. How do you is it rammed earth? But that's packed dirt. Oh, so you need to put it on the bottom. That makes sense. Oh, I don't think I like the color though. That just looks like cement. Ew. And yeah, would it perhaps I almost feel like I prefer the packed dirt to the rammed earth. This just kind of feels like a depressing industrial beige sort of situation. Not even, it's just straight grey. But we find a place for all things, I think. Perhaps as the entrance. Demarcate. Yes. That makes sense, doesn't it? Because you have the doors on them, you're coming in and out all the time. Look at this. Isn't it wonderful? Oh, right, so you'll have missed the other part. I logged on to take a screenshot of the red lupin and was so besotted, smitten by the build project. I was obsessed with just doing a little bit more today. I think I have a flower pot over at the pit kiln that I would like to finally use. And I think I'll leave this just here and then leave that there. I don't want to anger the gods. Music is perfect. It occurs to me I am going to have to do a little bit of landscaping if I want to keep this area, because the local denizens, which have all located themselves into this pit here that I like to call the meat pit. Very crass, I know. Animals can actually eat your crops, I've learned. Let me see here. What's the population is large. Nearby flowers 107. And if I put another skep here, it will be 101 because they reserve a few for themselves. I'm sure they're very happy being in the area. I don't want to change those arms. There's a song I've been listening to lately called "The Sim" by Jam2Go, and I've just been obsessed. Okay, so there's no flower pot here. I may have misremembered. Let's rush back. I think when I'm out on the bounds of my trails, I should probably bring back a few more flower bushes. Berry bushes, yes. Alright, I did this last night because I was being harassed. There was grass growing on top of it. Yes, no. Perhaps seeds. Hot pot. Worst comes to worst, I could just make one, I suppose. Yes. I have peat bricks in random areas. Was there another one there? No. There, that's better. My crock pots are empty. I am, as ever, starving. I have a few rusty gears. That's good. Oh, right, that is a rotten pail. I need to go through that, throw that in the water. Tu décides. And no, I didn't. I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would let you do that. There we go, and we even get the raw. How couture. A whole 4 pieces for every portion. Singular piece per portion. Okay, my goodness. Right, I've been all over the map, and every time I've been sent back has been another bear or a hyena wolf in the nearby area. I really need to get better about perhaps responding to danger. That's fine though. I don't think there was much of anything to find around here except for Heather. I can't remember if that's Catmint or Lupin. The specific shade eludes me. I feel as though we ought to. This is a small jungle biome that seems a bit warmer than the rest of the area. So if I make my way, I really need to organize this inventory system. Okay, so this, I will take one of these as a stop gap emergency situation. I'm going to put these in here. Take that with me. Leave the thatch. No one needs that. Definitely don't need the books, so I'm going to put the books away as well. And then we're going to just take this with us. Yes. Right. Do I have anything happening at the moment? Could I be doing something? Should I perhaps chop down a tree or three and leave a charcoal pit running for us to come back to? All of these are very, very good points. Almost none of which I will be taking into consideration. But I should at least do my due diligence with cleaning out the inventory system as I waste my food coming back and forth in front of the house. That's a pickaxe, or smelter, the little forge that I've made out front. This feels wrong for some reason. Let's put this out and here, and we'll put a bunch of grass here just so that we never run out. Sure, why not just take this? Because I have granite stone and a bunch of other stuff. Is there anything with food in it? Of course not. Can you pan gravel? I don't think you can pan gravel. There's sort of no need for it. Drops ingredient for fan swave out cobblestone, which is sand and gravel and oh, I can do that with granite bricks. You say I can make dirty gravel. And I can make muddy gravel, which is just water and gravel. Okay. Wait, but you can make it into a bunch of other stuff as well. Terra preta. High fertility. How can you make terra preta? You need bone meal, compost, powdered charcoal. I see. You can also make it with high fertility soil and save a lot more resources with the thing. If you get a farmer's blueprint. These blueprints are reusable, containing the secrets of forgotten recipes crafted by masters of their trade. Clutter items will appear twice in the recipe browser right now, right below here. Clutter items in the recipe browser. The lower ones will work, the others will not be clickable. I can't fathom what that means. I'm sure it makes sense somehow. Rawhide. Here's me just learning about the game. I might speed through this. Rawhide mantle. We can make a warm robe if we get some cloth. How do we make cloth? We need a barrel. We can get this by simply having enough of these. If I get 2 more of these, or 4 more of these, well, my clothes are essentially done. And we have just truly a bunch of food waiting to be utilized over here. So maybe I'll skip this part in the recording. Oh gosh, don't want to kill any of the babies. They know what's coming. That's a caribou. And that's also a caribou calf, it seems like. Oh, these are the elk. Two for one special. And that's not much of anything. And a little bit of bush meat. There's also the flint spear as an option. Let's see. I didn't claim to be good at aiming. Okay, that got quite a few. If I sort of line them up here, Right, that business is dealt with. We are um, making use of the resources at our disposal, and I should. Oh dear. The OPS seems to have some trouble. Sometimes it's refreshing very rapidly. Regardless. Oh no, let's really have so much of this. I don't feel any particular sort of way about um, using all this grass, to be honest. Maybe we'll take out half of it. As well as when it gets hotter, it definitely cooks faster, I feel. There we go, our first piece of meat. And I want to do something with this, which is we finally got a rawhide mantle. Rather unrefined, but warm. Yes. Oh goodness, we're already looking apart, aren't we? And I had some more rawhide. I thought I had larger pieces, but I didn't. There wasn't enough, unfortunately. So if I get one more, if I go out hunting a rabbit or something, um, let me just see, because that was the tunic. So what about the trousers? We only need 4 pieces, so we actually have exactly enough. That's a huge one, or a bear hide, I think, when it changes. Rawhide large or huge. You see. What is going on with my recording software? Ah, I'm going to peak the audio. No? Nothing? It's struggling to render? I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe it's because Discord's behind it. I know that Discord introduces some funky graphical issues from time to time. So we're going to put this here. And then, where is our knife? Our knife is here. We have rawhide trousers. Oh my goodness, we really look the part of a peasant now, don't we? Put these bones away. Just an observation. No, I don't want to anger the gods. There's a way here. It's a very good song. You should go see it. The artist is Jan Tuco, and the song itself is The Sim. Or at least that's what I remember of it. It might have been the final sim. I still have the tab open. The Sim featuring Kasani Tito. I'm not sure. I think it was a Vocaloid. The one up here has went out. I wonder if I replace this, does it go back to its timer? Funny little idea to have, isn't it? Oh gosh, I didn't even think about the kitchen. Maybe I should have a smokehouse or something. As we come over here to the exit of our humble abode this past while, I kind of like that. I think I would like to perhaps chisel it. I'm not sure what to think of it just yet. So sod roofing corner. I have plenty. I'm really not sure what's happening with. If I close this, okay. It's basically close my browser window. Nope, it's still glitching out. I'm going to restart the computer because I think the graphics card is getting a bit antsy. Oh, I seem to have experienced an interruption in the flow of time. I think I remember stopping the recording over here, but apparently I didn't save and leave correctly. Could you actually just get out of my house, please? Like I live here. This is not appropriate. You can do whatever you want as long as it's not inside my house. I'm not looking forward to these guys getting feistier in the next patch. They're also going to drop less. I hear that they're only going to drop arrows as opposed to what they drop at the moment, which is a mix of the other stuff, the other creatures. Yes. Fabulous bushmeat. No, let's not use peat for that. Club. I think not. Theoretically. Also, I don't know if this burns up to temperature faster than the other stuff does. I would like to think so. But the wood is getting up there fast enough on its own. I prefer to do it like this just so I don't have to watch it. Picking out a little piece of meat. You want a piece of meat? Britney Spears signed off the rights to her entire music discography this year. To something called like Wave Sound, or I didn't really pay attention to that part, but I'm very glad for her. And it was her music career was quite fraught with the whole lacking any meaningful agency for quite a while. So it's nice to hear that she's getting the fresh start that she's wanted. Some people deserve to just live their life. Well, I mean, I guess that applies in general, but anyway, I'm going off track. Thatcher thing. That should probably be over in the other one. That's just about done. You see how easy it is for me to come back and forth. Yes, and we'll save the rest of the thatch. Put it over here. Fabulous. Now, do we have grains? Not much. We should seek to soak these. If I can get some sort of, maybe I could. No, if we had a single piece of grain, though. That's a vegetable. That's a fruit. How do we use this ingredient? So we just put it straight into the thing. Okay. Let me put 3 pieces here and 3 pieces here, and that theoretically should go very well in our favor. Good. Probably gonna need this. I'm just going to. Does that not? It doesn't, does it? I know that the portion size is 4 at max to fill a crock pot, but that should definitely um, see us through some turbulent times. Let me put another piece in there. It's in the wrong spot. Ooh. To design a door, but to do that, I need some manner of saw, and I haven't gotten around to making one yet. I should at least, while we're here, the game is very pleasant having ADHD because you're never short of things to do. It's just a case of sort of planning ahead of time, making trips and whatnot. Prospecting, shovel, pickaxe, hoe. I don't think that's how we do it. I think we need the anvil for this. So let's pick one of these up, stash the rest in here, and that will last. It doesn't say. Oh my god, it's a lot of protein though. We're up the full. Does this mean that we have more health? We have very slightly more health, yes. Right. The only thing that's missing is a cloak, I think. What could I make out of this? A warm robe. Yes. Look at our little fellow. Oh, we're all dressed up. So this is a mask, and it adds like a very slight tolerance to warmth. How might we go about making gloves? Nadian peasant gloves? No. Anything with Nadian, we're not gonna have a time with. Deep noble, these are all things that you can find, but like, how do we make our own? Okay, if I get another pelt, so pelt medium, we could make a fur coat. There's an idea. A very good idea, in fact. And we could even. What is a lamella? Lamellar. I'm not sure what protection tier 2. These are both the exact same, but it's sort of like a redress that you can change what it looks like. A hunter backpack. There's an idea. Storage slots 4. It's sort of the best we can do with the technology that we have at the moment. And it is truly any combination. Yes, okay. How are you doing? Very quiet outside. I don't trust it. I really need to figure out an organization system that makes sense in my head. That's Daub. That's Path Dirt. There's the feathers over there. But I've been stashing this here. And just sort of, I suppose, does this fat counts as protein? I suppose if we're by the organization system, that's technically true that we're working with here. I'll be your April Fool. Let's put this in here. I'm going to just put this down here. There's no reason for us to be carrying it. I must have picked it up by accident. And then there, you can go there. What are we doing? We are getting... We are making our way. We're going on another little trip. We're very well organized, aren't we? Could potentially make a pit count. Did I put these down earlier? One of them was flint. Ooh, snake. Hi there, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and consider subscribing to me. That's all for now. Be well, my friends.